what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, he's back from the dead. Your show. Putting it on the map, yeah. Saskatoon. Right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah. Your show. What time is it? Your show. Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah. Your show.
You've tuned in, yeah?
Yeah, fun Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, move on to treat, yeah. Keep listening. You will not be disappointed.
I got juice all over my face here. And I'm out of breath. It must be a Monday. Hello and welcome to another week of your show. My name is Gary. So nice to see you again as we had a beautiful weekend. Shout out to my mother who had a lovely birthday. I think she just turned, 29 again? Which is sort of weird math-wise because I'm pretty sure I'm older than 29, but that's how it goes. Had a lovely party out at Echo Bay. Hello to everybody who was there, and thank you for coming and celebrating Mom's big birthday. And now we get back to work, which is what life is all about. And over the weekend, we had another football game, and we have a guy who is a specialist, a guy who right next to Jamie Nye from the Green Zone, the greatest to ever do it. He's right there. This, I guess, the champion in waiting, we could call him, as the next Rider Insider. You know him from the viewing room. You know him as the face that has built this place, and you know him as a guy that we all love and appreciate so much around here. His name is LB. Tough crowd.
Yeah.
Tough crowd. Oh,
There we go.
yeah,
Thank
that's a
you.
little better.
Thank you. Thank you.
It was fun because you came in here and I could just see your arm. I was like, I guess I better introduce him.
Yeah, I guess.
It's very good. Mondays, by the way, around here, we release Pulse Power with Aiden. So there's another great workout for you to enjoy and get that body back into gear. Maybe some riders might need some Pulse Power with Aiden.
They
after that,
might,
eh?
yes,
Or maybe
they
the
might.
fans even more. I
The
feel
stands
like-
were looking pretty good, you
No,
know?
the
They were.
fans. Because the fans seem upset. I feel like every
Yeah.
week there's a Rider game. Somebody wants to complain about the Challenge Center. Is that what it's called? Command Center. Oh, the
You know
Command
what?
Center.
This
I'm so
week,
sick
the
of hearing about
Command
this.
Center, they obviously got their slap on the wrist. Well, we know they got their slap on the wrist. But they took it to heart, and they didn't overturn any calls. They didn't. They were very quiet in this game, thankfully.
Until the end with the out of bounds step. Do you know
Yes,
where I'm going here? Okay.
It was out of bounds, and they didn't overturn it. So I think they've almost gone too far the other way now, in that they're afraid. I think that one was a case of they were almost afraid to overturn anything
Because of all the scrutiny.
they've been under, right? So I
a good
think
point.
they probably got told, off the record,
Yeah.
just don't do anything for a
Give
while.
it some time.
Give
Let
it some
it breathe.
time,
Let
let people
people
cool
chill
down.
out. Yeah.
And then we can go back to screwing over games.
Okay, well, and I know the bigger story here, because everyone just loves to have something or someone to blame. But the bigger story, Brett Lother, who is a
Lother.
hell of a kicker. He's been,
He has been a
tops in the
solid
leagues
kicker.
for a long time.
Yes.
And it's so refreshing to see an athlete come out and say, my bad. Nobody
Yeah,
ever
he
does
did.
that
He
anymore.
did,
And he
yeah.
came
He
out,
took
he took
responsibility.
all the responsibility, which I think eliminated a lot of that controversy.
Well,
with
people
the
are
going
still
on.
calling for his head.
Yeah.
A lot of people are. I mean, he missed 4 of 7, which is not good for a kicker.
Nope.
And some of them were, and it wasn't like he was missing from 50 yards out.
They were
Like there
makeable.
was some 30 and 35 ones that he missed, and that, and like I said, a lot of people are calling for his head. They're not happy about it, but he's been a solid kicker for years. I mean, he's been the kicker on the Riders for as long as I can remember.
Literally.
And I've never had any problems with him. And so he choked one game. It happens, right? That's not a reason to fire him. I mean, if we fired a coach after every time they lost a game, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's just
you're not going anywhere.
Right? Like
Yeah.
it takes a season or two of really, really poor performance before they fire a coach,
Yeah.
And so why should players be held to a
different
much higher standard,
yeah.
right? Like, because I mean, if he's been messing up and choking for 2 seasons, then sure, let's talk about it. But one game,
In Saskatchewan, it's always you're one game away. Hey,
and I think it was
they're on your side until they're not.
and I think he was under extra scrutiny simply because he we would have won the game if he hadn't missed
Yeah,
those.
that's
Really,
the
I mean that
problem.
was the problem is just that that was what lost the game. Like It's unfortunate, but
That's the story. So we sit here now and we look back, and the Riders, a game, just like the Elks game, the trap games we call them, like you knew it was coming. You got Trevor Harris. But give me a full review of Trevor Harris. What do you think? First game back after, 6 games out?
yeah, I was surprised that he was looking as good as he was.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I
This is
expected
good.
that after he was off for so long, that he would be a little bit rusty. But if this is rusty, then we're looking pretty good. You know,
Yeah.
he made a few. There was a few incompletions. I think he threw 2 interceptions in total, which is pretty good.
That's not bad.
You know, and he didn't get injured.
That's
So
that's the biggest
the big
takeaway,
win.
right?
That's
Yeah,
the big win, right? Is
for
that he
sure.
didn't get injured.
Yep.
So, yeah, between him and Ouellette and Jameer Thurman, I think it was a solid game. Like, I felt like the defense was on their game, and the offense was playing really well. And I mean, Montreal's now
best team in the league,
They're
right?
now a 9-1 team.
They're the best team in
Yeah.
the league. That's what we're forgetting
so,
here, I think. Yeah.
So the fact that we almost won,
Yeah.
like it was close. That's pretty good.
Again,
It's a moral victory.
third stringer they were rolling out. There was no
Yeah,
Fajardo.
that's the third stringer.
Yeah. So Montreal comes in with their third string quarterback, and they sneak one out. And so it's all, I think we can all agree. The Riders lost that game. The Owls didn't win it, is what it sounds like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say so.
And
yeah.
the reason the Riders lost, that dude already manned up and said, "I'm so sorry. This is on me." Like it's the best case Ontario, to quote the Trailer Park Boys, in that your reason for losing has been fixed. Not like actually, but
But it's been taken
we have
responsibility,
exactly.
right?
It's been
Like,
taken care of. So now you move on.
Yes.
You say he'll be better. Our quarterback looked great coming back. So there's a lot of good things coming out of this, I think.
Yeah, I think like overall it was a positive look for the team, because I mean, after you lose to the last
Yeah.
place team, and like, you know, a few weeks of losing and the whole thing with the command center, it's just like we needed something to turn us around, and we lost, but I felt really good about the game overall. Like I felt like we were in it, and like we led the stats. Like you look at the stats, and we were leading stats wise for pretty much the whole game.
When you look at that too, like you said, those points were left on the field. Those
Yes.
points by Lothar were left on the field. You put those in the equation and you win.
Yeah.
So there's a
Now,
reason.
there's also that rushing touchdown that Davis Alexander had.
Hey.
That was not a touchdown, but
So we had a couple of controversial calls, but the point is none of them mattered.
well,
the end.
yeah, really, because I mean, if they hadn't made that touchdown, or if they hadn't made it, if they'd called it, he was out of bounds, which he was,
Yeah.
then we would have had a better shot at winning. We probably would have won, but that's going to happen, right? And that's why I'm not
football, man.
super mad
Yeah,
about
that's
it.
why they play the
because we
games.
were just talking about how the command center was overturning way too much. So now it would be really bad if we said, "Oh, they should have turned that." You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like
It's a bad
it's just
look.
completely hypocritical if we do. So, you know, I'm saying you have to deal with those, because those are a part of the game. As those bad calls,
Yeah.
it happens. I'm sure that the Alouettes would find calls on us that were like, you know, you know.
Absolutely, yeah.
So it is what it is, you know.
Yeah, I'm hearing you, and I feel it's very rare for the Riders to lose and then still come out with positives.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like is
Yeah.
happening here.
Yeah.
Okay, so are they still in first place, or did they drop now?
I believe they dropped, but I don't actually know for sure.
Okay, and I'm going to ask you another question that we probably don't know. Where are they going next?
Toronto,
Hey, he does know.
5:30
Yeah.
on Thursday. 5:30 local time.
Another Thursday game.
Yeah, another Thursday game.
It's been a couple. I like those. Except I don't like how everyone forgets about it until it happens.
True, yeah.
That's the one problem with Thursday games.
Yeah, as long as it's not a Thursday after a Sunday night. Then I'm
And Toronto, they got their own issues, hey, with that
Yeah.
Chad Kelly stuff.
fine. I haven't heard. Is he
Apparently, he's back. They said, you mess up once more, you're in big trouble. So it's like a last chance for this dude that basically won over the entire league. Everyone loved him, and then he had a bunch of off-field stuff go down.
Yeah.
And now it's a bad look
bad
again
look,
that they're
yeah.
bringing him in. But
Yeah.
clearly, with sports, it doesn't matter what you do off the field. As long as you're doing it on the field, we're all
Well,
good.
not always. I mean, there's lots of times where you hear about players, they do something. I mean, how, you know, with
Yeah.
that old Riders team, there's a
Yeah,
number of
that's true.
players that did a bunch of crap off
They're-
field, and they
the old CFL. See, I'm not as versed. The old CFL, the joke was you could do anything here. Like half the players in the league were weed dealers. Like that was the joke, of course.
Yeah.
And so to sort of go through that, it was like the league where you could break the law and still be able to play. But it's good to know that's not happening anymore.
Yeah,
So
it
I
is.
appreciate that. So yeah, this Chad Kelly, he'll probably be starting, I bet, if that's going down
Probably,
Thursday.
yeah.
If he's officially back.
Yeah.
So we will see how that goes. So you're feeling good?
I'm feeling good about that game. I think
Okay.
we got a pretty good shot because the Argos have kind of lost it a little bit since the start of the year. I think they're actually 5-4 as well.
Oh, jeez. So it's
But
like
they're not 5-4
and
and 1.
everyone
So
else.
technically, we're beating them by like 1 or half
Yeah,
a
that
point because we're
ties.
5-4 and
Yeah.
they're 5-4.
Well, you know that's going to be a big deal at the end of the year, right? That's going to
Oh,
be that
it's
one
totally-
point that's
yeah.
going to go. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
going to go crazy. Okay. Well, I think we're all caught up. Anything else you want to say, my friend?
Check out the viewing room tomorrow.
New viewing room.
Episode 3 dropping tomorrow.
And if you haven't noticed, we're sporting shirts from the greatest YouTuber in the history. Look at that. Can you lean my way? Yeah, look at that. Photo Prospector. You check him out on YouTube. The best in the biz.
Hilarious
when it
content.
comes to creating stuff and making you laugh. So we love him and we support him all the time. And hopefully one day we'll get to hang out with him around these parts. It'll be super fun.
We'll see.
We'll see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, he is our rider insider, the face that built the place, and my sweet, beautiful prince. We call him LB.
ya.
Watch yourself. Watch your head, shoulder. Yeah, good walkout. Well done. So there you go. I love when we got Photo Prospector love. That's like my favorite, most hilarious dude ever. And whenever we can talk to him, it's always a good time. As we make our way through the Monday edition, it would be a good time now, I believe, to check in with our sweet, beautiful Margaret. If we want to flip over a Maggie cam. Maggie cam, look at her. She's so beautiful. Thank you very much, buddy. The Maggie cam for our friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer, Mike and Rochelle, along with Maggie's beautiful, handsome boyfriend, Leroy, always there to make your day better. Anything your pets need, they got you covered, I promise you, and you will leave there smiling and happy, and the world seems right again. That's the power our friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street have. And if you go in after hours on the weekends, you'll see Kirsten, Shar, or Chris, and they'll help you out as well. Head on over to Pet Planet on 8th Street, and I promise you, you will not regret it. It's so much fun over there. It's almost time for some Maggie's Adventures, I think, again. We had one done. This next guest is I guess you could say, the creator of Maggie's Adventures, as she is so good at social mediaing and doing so many other things. She is the co-host of the Past Our Bedtime podcast, and another person that we love more than words can say. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Brooksy! Yeah, there it is.
That's
Woo.
me.
You made it.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm really good. Maggie was just trying to steal my entrance though. You saw that?
I forgot to add Maggie Wrangler
Yep.
to your title.
Hey?
You're getting her
Such
on
a
all
good
the
girl.
spots, getting her hitting those cameras.
Yeah, she
It's a
was.
great job.
You think she's staring at you right in the eyes, but she was really staring at me. Her
Don't steal that love from the viewer.
Her one love. It's me.
You're lucky. We all love you here as you do so much. Again, Wendy Brooks Media. Check her out if you hate social media so much that it causes you mental strain. She can take that off your plate.
Yeah.
And you're really good at it. That's
Thank
all
you.
I'm hearing is you're getting lots of good feedback about all
Thank
the
you.
stuff you're doing.
That's perfect. Cause yeah, I like doing it.
We
So,
appreciate that. Now, before we do anything else, I want to make sure we get to this because
Get to what? Oh no.
a little ongoing
Oh, no.
theme we have around here.
I was gonna check if there was more too. I forgot. I don't know why I like get all excited when I send them to you because I think it's like a funny joke
This
between
is
me
so
and
funny.
you. And then for some reason, right before you're about to read these, I get like so embarrassed, like my cheeks feel hot.
That's rightfully so. You've earned them. So the ongoing theme is Brooksy's posts to Facebook back in 2013 is when these are from. So 2013. And she makes some incredible posts. Or I guess what is it called? Statuses.
The statuses, Facebook statuses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she sends them to me, and then I just laugh. And then I say, well, we're going to read these on the air. So that's what we're going to do now. By the way, propertyguys.com, welcome to our friends over there, Dax and the team. Not only will they guide you through the buying process, you will also receive a rebate from the earned commission. Lots going on with our friends over at propertyguys.com. Wendy Brooks. I'm going to try this. I'm going to try to do this as best I can in my Wendy voice.
Oh, okay.
There we go. So these are her updates from 11 years ago. Here we go. You don't get to read them.
Oh,
You made
I'm
them.
nervous. What? Okay. If
All
it's
right.
too bad, don't read it all.
Post number 1. Well, it's finally time for me to go to bed. What a long night. Do you remember what happened that long night?
I was probably partying.
There was a guy named Zach who liked your status.
Oh, yeah. If
Was Zach involved in that long night?
He's definitely a partier. Yeah, that guy. Yep.
So Brooksy
Hi,
had
Zach.
a long night. And then same day. This is great. It goes from the long night to this one. Ready? Successful night. Done drinking for a while, though. With lots of O's. No.
So I think that is posted that, and then I posted the long night.
Makes no sense. to
Yeah.
me.
So the ones I post first are at the bottom. But
Okay.
anyway.
So also from that day, this was from her friend Nikki. Wendy is awesome as. That's all it says. Is
Yeah.
there more to it? Did it get cut off?
You know what? Me and my friends used to steal each other's phones and just like brag
so
about
you did that.
ourselves. So I
Yeah.
did that, and she probably stole the phone before I can
Self-promotion.
finish the
Very interesting.
sentence.
All right. Now we move to 14 years ago.
Oof.
So this is from 2010.
How old was I? Oh, I was in grade 10.
So grade 10
Ooh.
Brooksy posting this for the world to see. 6 more days. And then there's a greater than and a 3.
It's a heart. Yeah.
So what was happening in 6 days?
I can't tell you. Probably said I was gonna see my boyfriend or something. That's usually the statuses I
Okay.
would make.
This is good. And
Yeah.
that gets us to this one. I love this one.
No.
You ready?
No.
Wendy Brooks.
My face hurts.
From 2010. Can't believe it.
No.
At least mine don't clap. LOL. OMG. Little X Big D.
I don't know what that means.
I know Dragon likes to comment a lot about making cheeks clap. I think that's a joke of some sort. Maybe that's what you were getting at with this.
At least mine don't clap. In 2010, I wrote a status.
making cheeks clap.
That is just slander.
Dragon, you have a microphone. You can talk.
I can't hear what you're saying though.
That
We'll hear.
is slanderous.
I'm just telling the people that I know what clap means because I've heard you say it.
But I don't
Okay,
know
but
if
you
in
can't say
2000.
that when I'm not on the show.
Okay. Well, you're on the show. Every producer is a team member of this show.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to be a team member.
Okay,
If you say those
I
things.
I want to
Also-
know what she meant by this.
I don't know if clap in 2010 meant that.
See, I know. See, everyone's saying clapping cheeks now.
So, but then I would want them to clap. No.
Maybe. That's a
Okay.
good
Do you
point.
want your cheeks
That's a
to
really
clap?
good point.
That's the real question.
Not when I'm going upstairs.
Clearly you didn't. So that's good. All right, let's see what else we got here. 2013, we're going back now.
I need to see these on Murray.
All right, Brooksy saying to the world on Facebook, Candle Lake this weekend with a bunch of losers. Let's get drunk.
Just calling out my friends for being losers.
Wow. There's a lot of K's and U's in drunk as well. You're very excited
Let's
to
get
get
drunk.
That's
Actually,
it.
it's probably that year I went out to Candle Lake. We all brought alcohol. Not old enough to drink. Don't do that.
Don't do it.
But we took 2 different cars. So one car went up early and we made it there and we started drinking. The second car got pulled over and had to empty out like $300 of alcohol on the
Oh, that
side
was
of the
worst. We
road.
got busted. Hey,
Yeah, and then there was no alcohol when they couldn't buy any alcohol
Nope.
and they didn't have anyone to get them alcohol. So
that can ruin a whole weekend.
it almost did. We all had to share. So we shared. And then one day I think we ended up being sober, but you know, sharing is
Shots.
caring.
Look at you go.
Yeah.
I'm just
Me
really
and my loser
impressed.
friends.
So much emotion in that drunk text there.
Yeah.
All right, this one's really good. This is Brooksy again from 11 years ago. I would like to take this opportunity to say that I am very grateful for all my friends and I love you all. But if you try talking to me and I'm a bitch today, I'm sorry. I just feel the need to kill someone. Brooksy, what was going on August 15th of 2013?
I
Who were you?
probably had my period or something.
Oh, boy.
I don't know.
Well, moving right along from that
Maybe
one.
I got dumped or something. It's like so aggressive.
To all my friends, I love you so much, but I'm a real bitch right now.
Yeah,
Don't talk to me.
I'm gonna kill you.
That's something.
Anyway, love my loser friends.
13 years ago. This is a light one. Worst storm ever. Biggest hail I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not a storm person, as you know.
Yeah,
I get pretty
nervous.
scared.
Yeah. So the hail
Yeah.
must really threw you off.
Yeah, I mean that's like you can die from a big enough hail storm, you know?
It's true.
Yeah, storms
not
aren't fun.
All right, one more for us. And this one actually comes from a friend, from Amanda, and 14 years ago. Greatest time at the X last night, plus most epic night ever. Capitals with Wendy Brooks
Oh, yeah.
and then a couple other people.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun at the X.
So there you go. This is
So-
another exciting segment of updates with Brooksy from years gone by.
Yeah, we're going to have, like, soon, it's almost going to be a year of us doing this, and then we won't have anything because I don't make statuses like that anymore. So
We'll just start making them up.
No.
I think that would be good.
I'll make some up for you.
That'd be great. Just put yourself in that mindset of where you're at back then.
I found a cupcake in my fridge. Yay.
Can't wait to eat this in front of the crew.
Yeah.
Hey, something like that.
Yeah, so
I can see
fun.
that.
Awesome.
That's great.
Well-
What else is going on, man? Talk to me.
Well, this weekend was a crazy weekend in
Here we go.
Saskatoon.
Yes, walk us through it.
There were so many events, and it's crazy to think they all happened at the same time. But we had Folk Fest, we had Show and Shine weekend, we had the YXC Urban Games.
Yes. Did you go by there?
Yeah, I did get to go by there.
Tell me all about it. Ugly Kid Joel was talking it up big time on Friday.
Yeah, I had like a VIP pass, so it was like I got extra special treatment. But
Nice.
it is like a bunch of different basketball games, 3-on-3. So we
Yes.
watched some of that, and it was really, really cool to see. And it was really fast paced because it's like half the court.
Yeah,
'cause
and you
it's
got a bunch
3-on-3.
of eyes on that now because you just had the Olympics and people were talking about it. So that was really cool to
Yeah,
see.
it was really cool. And then they had like these urban type games. So we went and watched a dodgeball tournament.
No
That was
way.
happening. Yeah.
Nice.
And they also had spike ball tournament. We missed that one.
Spike ball's fun.
Yeah. And then they had pro wakeboarders on the river.
No way.
Yeah. It was like the coolest thing. We watched the wakeboarders do these crazy flips. Like they'd come, like, and it was so beautiful because the bridge is behind there.
The
and
setup's amazing there.
yeah, it was like the most beautiful thing ever. And then what else was there? Oh, there was like motocross things.
I saw some videos of that, like motorbikes doing backflips and stuff.
Yeah, wild.
Crazy.
So we checked that out, and then they had like sweet kids area, like so many kid games, like so many food trucks, and this place was like huge. Like the
big setup.
whole Victoria Park was
Yeah.
like there's so much room for activities. So yeah. so yeah,
good.
so many activities. So yeah, we did check that out, and it was a lot of fun. But we went from like Victoria Park and went all the way from Victoria Park to downtown Show and Shine to see the
Yeah.
vehicles. And so it was a lot of walking, and it was like 28, but it felt like 31 or something. And I
At
just
least you weren't wearing any black shirts that were really
I was
hot,
just
were
gonna
you?
say I decided to wear a black shirt like this one
Why
because
did you do that?
it had a car on it, and I thought it was good for the car show.
You wanted to fit in.
Yeah, and then I made Brad match me because that's what I do. So he was also wearing a black shirt. And he was also dying. And this guy had a tournament in Martinsville before, so he pulled both of his legs.
Oh, no.
So he's limping, and then I'm walking all weirdly because I'm going through IVF and like just dying inside internally. So
Yeah.
it was like a wild time. So we did that all weekend, and that was the most I've moved in like a week and a half, I think. And I walked all day from 11 to like 4.
Do you notice that when you do it? Like inside in your IBF belly?
Yeah.
When you walk too much? Like, "Ugh."
Yeah. So we were making jokes. I've been making jokes about going through this IVF process. So when you go through something that's kind of sucks, you make jokes out of it, and it makes it feel better. But we're making jokes here about it, about how the doctors were telling me that my ovaries, both of them are like 3 times bigger than my uterus, for everyone who knows what that is.
We're gonna get we can get back to all this other stuff. I want to get
I
into this a
know.
little bit because it's very interesting. No one ever talks about this stuff. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. What's a uterus?
It's like the insides for a girl.
The uterus is where you were created by your mom, and you lived in there for 9 months in your womb in the uterus.
The coziest bed you'll ever have.
Yeah. And so shout out to everyone who's carried
Children.
children and
Yes.
you guys. And
Yeah.
Shout out to your moms.
That's right.
Shout out to Wendy.
100%.
Yeah.
Wendy. Best mom ever.
Yeah. So anyway, they said that like they're 3 times bigger than my uterus. So usually it's like probably like maybe like this small, your ovaries maybe, but now it's like this big on both sides.
You were saying you can't wear pants.
No, and
That's crazy.
we were saying, I was joking with my family a lot too this past weekend, but it was almost like I could feel like I looked like I was pregnant, and I couldn't wear pants that I had to do up. So I started holding my stomach as if I was pregnant and like
Yeah.
rubbing it so that people didn't think I
Getting
was
used
like,
to it. Getting
yeah,
ready.
I was like, I swear I'm pregnant. I'm not just like getting super huge just in one area. Like it's crazy. And the drugs like make you like also gain weight in your stomach area and in your face. So I've been like just on another level, you know?
Well, you're getting a little taste of what carrying a child around will be like, right?
Yeah. And you know what? I sent a video in to show you how big my ovaries are.
You did?
I did.
Are we going to watch it?
I think we should watch it. It's just an ultrasound. It's nothing too crazy.
I don't know. Dragon sounds like he's not paying attention.
And
right now.
Dragon is definitely not paying
He's
attention.
having a talk with Network Ryan. We're just talking to Dragon right now. We want to know if you could play that video of the ovaries for us. Never thought I'd say that in this show. Here we
Okay.
go. Okay, what are we looking at?
Ooh, this is my uterus. And then
Beautiful.
she goes over to my eggs. You see all those little circles?
Yeah.
There's like probably 11 eggs in that one.
Looks like you got a lava lamp in your belly.
Yeah, and then it goes to my other side, and that one has like
Whoa.
9 in it. Yeah, those are all eggs. Isn't that crazy?
Heck, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little
Because-
bit, hey?
I
It's like
know.
a spider nest in there.
So, but the story
Interesting.
behind this was that me and Brad have been like documenting our like us giving each other needles or whatever, and I said I wish we would get more content of us going in, because all we have is us at home and you stabbing me with needles every night, and it'd be nice to make a video of you just
Something,
not
yeah.
stabbing me.
Well, it's a very, like, nobody talks about this stuff because it's, like, I think we can all agree it's a very, rare occasion when
Yeah.
you're in the situation where you have to go through all this.
I know.
And just, like, I feel like anything else, talking about it sort of helps, I'd imagine, right?
Yes.
Just to work through what's
Yes,
going on.
and I have to work through what happened this morning because
Uh-oh.
I told him that before. I was like, we need to do this. Then at the appointment, he did the best husband thing ever and was like, hey, can I take a video? And I was like,
always
oh.
doing that.
I was like, he
What
remembered.
an amazing man.
So excited. But then,
Uh-oh.
Gary.
I take it back.
and it hurts when they're doing this ultrasound because they really have to like push on it, and everything's already so big. So I'm like
yeah.
in pain. And so they're like pushing up in there to get this video, and he's videoing it, and they're like, okay, we're all done. They start turning on the lights, whatever. And he's like, oh my God, I
No.
didn't record it. And I was like, are you serious? That hurt more than the whole ultrasound because she
Hold
was
on a
going
second.
so
Did
fast.
what we just watched, was that a second try?
That was a
You
second
went back
trial.
just for the camera?
Yeah, and if there was sound on it, you might have heard me going,
Oh.
ugh, like, because it hurts so bad. And the first time I was like kind of laughing it off, like, haha. And then the
Yes.
second time I was like, do I
Why
even
did
want
I-
this video
Why
now?
did we do this?
I know. But
Yeah.
anyway, so I had to do that a second time to get that shot. And then I told him he owed me Starbucks after, so he went and got Starbucks. But yeah, that was like, that was
You have to
intense.
be a really, really good team to get through stuff like that, I think. So that's
Yeah.
good on you guys. That's
Yeah.
a great marriage to be able to go in and do all this craziness.
Yeah, we kind of like separate things. So, because I'm going through all the pain, like he has to like inject my needles for me. So, when we were first watching a video, one of the videos said
They have how-to videos for
the
injecting?
how-to videos. It was like hold the needle like a dart and use a dart-like action to put it in her stomach. And I was like, Brad, I was like, we can't do that. Don't dart me in the
Yeah,
stomach.
don't dart me, bro.
And we had already been doing 2 shots before that for 3 days, and this was like a new shot that we had to take. So I was like, why in this video is it telling you to dart me, and every other video it didn't? And then I cried in that video because I was like, I don't want to be darted. I just like don't know. It was the exact same as every other shot, but the way the video said it,
Darted.
I was like, I don't want to be darted. And then the first time too, he went in to go give me my needle. He was like holding it like he was gonna stab me,
Yeah.
like this.
We got
And he did like a
smack it in
quick,
there.
yeah,
Yeah.
a quick. Anyway, so yeah, that's his job, and his other job is just like tracking our medication, so that when we go back in, he can tell them how much medication we have left. Cause
It's amazing.
yeah, and they always ask me how much medication. I'm like, I don't know. You're gonna have to get my husband from the waiting room because that's his job. So
Teamwork.
I'll
That's it.
go through all the pain and then carry the baby for 9 months once it happens. So
Here, here. All
Yeah.
the positive vibes to you, to use your term vibes.
yeah, and then also all of the guys in the damn family had all these questions about IVF.
We're all learning. That's why we brought it to the forefront of the show here,
Yeah.
because it's very intriguing.
It is very crazy. So if anyone has questions, you can let us know. I'll try and look at them. Maybe Network Ryan will look at them. Someone
I'm
will look
sure
at
that's
them.
what he wants to see.
And
All these questions,
all these questions about
uteruses
IVF.
and eggs and IVF.
But yeah, or I am going to be posting my journey on my TikTok soon. So just
Very cool.
Wendy Brooks, which is funny, it's down there.
There you are.
Wendy Brooks
Hit
on
her up.
TikTok. That's all you gotta look for, and you'll see my IVF journey.
Amazing. It's a beautiful thing. This is the Monday edition of your show. Welcome to it as we are talking IVF with our good friend Brooksy from the Past Our Bedtime podcast, also from Wendy Brooks Media. And it's really fun because I never thought I would be talking about IVF on a show.
No, and
What does
neither
IVF
did
stand
I.
for? Let's start asking the dumb questions.
Intro. I don't even know.
Someone's going to get it.
What does IVF stand for?
Someone will get it.
Nobody knows. I should know, but it's in vitro
baby
making.
F.
I don't know, and you know what? I should know that because I'm going through it. But
Okay.
I have all of the. What is
Here
it?
we go.
Internet best friend. Okay, that's you guys. Anyway,
Good one, Dragon.
no, it's in vitro something.
Yeah.
Fertilization.
There you go.
Yeah, so that's what it stands for.
Perfect. I
And
feel so much more informed today.
yeah. the
Normally
whole-
we just talk about nonsense around here, so it's nice to
I know.
really delve into the deep stuff.
I mean, it is kind of nonsense. At my family reunion, my family is wild. We're making jokes. So it started off with some of my family knows I'm going through it, and then there's some of the family that didn't. So I was talking about my hormones last time I saw everyone and how I was like crying over a sandwich or like stupid things. And then
Why are you crying over a sandwich?
Brad got me a sandwich and I cried about it.
Oh, because we're so happy.
Yeah.
Happy cries.
Yeah,
Okay,
happy
I'm with
cries.
ya.
And
They like forgot your mayo or something.
no, but somebody actually gave me chicken too a couple days ago. I almost cried, but I stopped myself. So
Gave you chicken?
yeah,
But you don't eat chicken.
I know. I asked for a vegetarian.
Oh, I see the
quesadilla.
other. Yeah, okay. I thought you were happy for the chicken. Like, oh,
No.
No,
And
that's
then
when you were upset.
I almost cried, but Brad made it before they closed to get me a new one.
Nothing your husband doesn't do. There's a reason people say he's the best husband
I
on
know, he
earth. It's
does
wild.
everything.
So good.
I know.
You're so lucky.
Now I forgot where I was going. I feel like I have baby brain because of all
Yeah,
the hormones,
well,
but
you probably do.
I might, honestly. Oh, no, family.
The
I gotta say
family,
this.
yes.
So Brad comes in and my auntie's introducing Brad. And for some reason, they're like, this is Brad, Wendy's husband. And I was like, for now. And
Whoa.
everyone like bursted out like, oh, those hormones are really getting to you. And I was
Yeah.
like, no, I was just kidding. It was just a joke. And then he's like, no, the hormone is probably the hormones. Like, and so they're all laughing. And then they were making jokes about me having like 4 babies. And Brad's like sitting there like sweating,
Yeah,
like he doesn't know what to
oh
do.
boy, what do I?
He's like, what if she does have 4 babies? Like freaking out.
It could work too good. Hey, come on now. Don't be. You almost smashed the window. Dude, we paid like $10 for that window. Chill out. Jeez.
I was like, why are you so mad about
Scared
4
me.
babies,
Yeah, no
bro?
kidding.
I thought maybe I offended you.
That's what I was thinking too. That was very aggressive.
Yeah.
Did you at least get the bug? Okay, good job. That's half the battle.
That's half the
At
battle.
least it wasn't for nothing.
Yeah. So yeah, they were just like joking around, and then yeah, just laughing about how I have 21 kids inside me right now and all
Yeah,
this
that's the other
stuff.
thing.
And
So apparently, like a normal number of eggs is like 1 or 2, and you're just carrying around like a satchel.
yeah, Satch.
A satchel full of eggs. You're like Indiana Jones entering the Temple of Doom with the Sankara stones. I got Sankara stones. I got one here somewhere. They burn your hands. That might be the same sort of
God,
thing.
with LB's face right now.
He
Okay.
knows what's up.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a satchel. It's like a lot, which is great because
That's what you want.
You need lots because they slowly dwindle as you go through like fertilizing them and then freezing them and unfreezing them. So the more, the merrier. And then you get to pick the healthiest one, which we've also made jokes about me making a superhuman.
Yeah.
It's
about time.
Because I just could choose. Well, I don't get to actually choose, but we get to choose out of 21 which one's the healthiest. So hopefully 21.
And
but
and it all goes back to how grateful I imagine you guys are just to have the opportunity to do something like this. I know it's a lot of money, it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of this and that. But in the end, if you can get to where you want to go, it's a huge thing. So we got your guys' back. We love and support you so much, and I hope this IVF stuff works out for you because it's we've seen it take its toll already. And there's been like Brooksy was supposed to be on one of the days,
On
and
Friday.
she couldn't make it because she was dying.
I
for these
literally,
things.
that was like the first day I think I had to take that new shot. And that really got my
Yeah.
emotions going. I was like, I don't
Well,
want to come on the show right now and
just
like
start crying.
cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave the crying to me. I had a nice.
Then I'd be messing with my mic all the time.
Whoa. Using all my weapons, hey?
Yeah.
I was driving home from Echo Bay, beautiful Echo Bay on the weekend, and I was listening at my little boombox thing
Yeah.
in my car.
In
I
your
put it
car.
in the Dodge Shadow right on top, so it's just like a big speaker in front of my face, and I was listening to all my old music that I love to listen to, and I forgot. I stopped listening to all of my old music for a while because the new Gary 3.0 that I am is still so raw and emotional when it comes to music that every song I listened to, I would like cry, sing along to on the way home. It was so, but it was good because it's like,
Yeah.
you know, you get a good cry out, and I hadn't cried in months. Like when we were building this place, the big joke was, oh, Gary's going to cry. Don't say anything emotional. Just because, you know, you come out of
Yeah.
this shell that you create to protect yourself, and then everything just hits so much harder. I imagine that's sort of what it would be like as like you're adding extra hormones and extra things
Yes.
with your body, and you get triggered with stuff you don't even know.
Yeah, and like I thought I was perfectly fine. And the very first time we went to go take our needles, like I probably cried like 3 times, and I've been taking them for like a week now. But the first time I didn't even get stabbed yet, and I was just crying because I was like, and I was frustrated because we have to go through this process, and so working through that emotion of just realizing like I have to do this and I can't do this the natural way. Is like a huge thing to conquer, you know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
But then also every time I say that, like I was like talking about it at the kitchen table, I was like, yeah, it just sucks because like I can't like do it the natural way. And our 12-year-old daughter was like, nope, I don't want to hear about the natural way.
Nope.
She's like,
That's
none
sort of
that.
interesting too, hey? Like you can go about talking about it without having to have that talk.
I know. That's what my
That's
family
cool.
was saying. My family was like, we feel so invested because we don't have to ask you every time you guys are having sex. It's, it's anyway.
Yeah,
so-
they're right. They're right. Okay, I feel like we've done enough of this IBF talk,
yeah.
so we'll keep the ball rolling. But again, great job. We
LB.
got your back, even if we
Yeah.
make these grossed out faces. We got you here with your family, and we are on this journey with you. So thank you for
Yeah.
giving us some time while you're going through it.
Yeah. And then anyway, you talked about coming back from the lake. How was that?
It was awesome.
Did
Shout
you-
out to all the lake friends out there. I had no idea. Mom had mentioned, and my sister Stace had mentioned, like, yeah, the neighbors are coming over from the lake. I was like, okay. I was picturing, like, you know, maybe 10, 15, 20 at max. There were like 60 neighbors from Echo Bay all the way up and down that came over. So the whole deck was packed, and the downstairs was packed, and I had Maggie, and this is the fun part. So I had Maggie with me.
Your emotional
and
support dog.
yeah, because you know how I'm with crowds.
Yeah, I was
So
gonna
I'm
ask
sitting
that.
there and I'm like, oh, so I'm just trying to stay out of the way because I still want to talk to people. I see people I know and I to say hi and good to see you. But I had Maggie on her leash because I didn't want to just let her walk around because the gates for the deck are always open because people are coming and going, and she'd just take off and run down the beach or something. So I had to hold on to her. And then I thought it would be a good idea to walk right through the middle of the party into the cabin, and I got water for Maggie. So I got a little container, and I hit the cold water, which I realized after was a bad idea. So I hit her with the ice cold instead of like the normal temperature water.
You give her a brain
And I
freeze.
gave her a big thing full of ice cold water. She drank it because she was super thirsty. So about 2 minutes, like just going. I'm like, all right, we're good. So I walk back out through the cabin to the deck where everyone is. And right when we get out there, in front of everybody, Maggie just honks like,
Oh, yeah.
And I hear, oh no. And I'm like, what? And I look down like, oh God.
Just
She puked. I'm like, okay, this is all right.
too much
I'm-
water.
It was too cold. It like shocked her system, I
Yeah.
think is what it was. So then I'm like, okay, well, there's just one pile. We'll get it. So I turn around to go get paper towel. And another one. So there's 2 piles of puke in the middle
middle
of
of,
my
like-
mom's birthday party. Right there on the deck.
With all those people
So I'm
there.
freaking out. I'm so embarrassed. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And then I have to figure out how I'm going to go get paper towel and like cleaning solution while holding on to the dog. Then luckily someone took the dog. So I'm like, okay, that's one thing down. I run in, got paper towel in front of everybody, like 60 people watching me on my hands and knees, pouring water, getting the cleaner stuff going. And there's like little chunks of dog food in the cracks. So I
Ew.
got to get a fly swatter. I'm pushing it through.
So-
And that was between that and all like the anxiety and all like the being around people.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I think I'm done here.
This is
And
enough for today.
And so we had to leave a little bit early.
But
But we got great pictures. Great pictures were taken.
people say that like dogs okay, well, it's probably true. But like a dog is almost like having a toddler for like your whole 13, 15, 18 years you have them or whatever. You literally have a toddler for
You gotta look
that
after
whole
them.
time. They're
I always
chewing
say
everything, puking
on,
everywhere.
yeah, on the lowest possible level, because I know people get very upset when you compare animals to humans.
To
which
humans.
I get.
I know. That's why I was
Absolutely.
like, we're going back down here.
Yeah, we're not doing that. On the very, very basic level, you have to be aware of everything that dog is doing at all times around people. 'Cause even if like people, like you got like 20 people feeding her a little snack, all of a sudden she's got a full belly full of food she
Yes.
shouldn't have in her. Like there's all these little things.
Yes, or there was a baby at the reunion I was at with a new puppy.
Yeah.
And the dog was like jumping at the baby.
Can't have that.
And even though the dog was small, it was big enough to knock over the baby. You know what I mean? So
or
you have to
even, like,
watch
just
the dog.
scratch it. Like babies are so fragile.
Yeah.
So we're not trying to say puppies are humans.
No.
We're not saying they're toddlers or babies. We're saying
Well,
on a
I
very
say they-
tiny, tiny level.
A lot of the
there's
time.
a little bit of a comparison.
Well, you even have to like clean up their poop all the time. Like there's a lot of toddler-esque things that
On
dogs
paper,
do.
yeah. On paper,
and they
for
don't grow out of it no matter how old they are. You know?
Sometimes it just gets worse when they're older.
It's
they
true.
turn into having the old person in the house,
Yeah.
walking around with diapers on and stuff. You know.
My dogs are wild. Like and then you give them like a stuffy toy and the stuffings like
Yeah.
all over the house.
Royal Anders got Marge a new chipmunk.
Yeah.
Get this. So this lets you know what Royal Anders is like. Bless his beautiful, beautiful heart.
I haven't seen him forever.
He comes in. He'll be here tomorrow. He comes in, and I guess you won't be here, but he'll be here. And he says, I got this toy for Margaret. I'm like, oh, right on. Here we go. This is great. So he pulls it out. I'm like, oh, it's a chipmunk. He goes, yeah. I named it Theodore. I'm like, Theodore? What do you mean? He's like, you know, from the Chipmunks.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, if you're going to use the Chipmunks as a reference, you go with Alvin. Everyone knows Alvin. Theodore's the third one.
Yeah.
Simon's even above Theodore. Theodore's like the Donatello of the crew. And so I don't know if he's just a huge fan of Theodore and the Chipmunks.
Which one
but
is
he named
Theodore?
He's the one with the glasses. He's the Donatello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know him more than Simon.
Really?
But-
Maybe he's second level, but no one touches Alvin. Alvin
But
is the Chipmunks. Yeah, he's
Alvin!
literally in the
That's all I
song.
can hear. Yeah.
Me, I want the hooly hoop. It's my
Oh.
favorite Christmas song.
That was not high enough.
I can't get that high.
I want the hula hoop.
That was a little bit better.
Stop
Probably
it.
the best.
He's judging us
next-
over there.
Well, that's because he can sing. Right
Yeah,
next,
can I hear you do it?
right next to Christmas in Hollis, the Chipmunks Christmas song is probably the best Christmas song out there.
Really? There's no way.
Oh man, have you heard Run DMC do Christmas time? It's Christmas time in Hollis, Queens. Mama's cooking chicken and collard greens. It's the best Christmas song of all time.
Oh.
And then guy
Yeah,
number
maybe
one,
that one.
aka Crazy Kyle, he's all about the Chipmunks one. So those always get played
But
at the parties.
but Chipmunks is like, I think you need to have a kid who like actually listens to Chipmunks a few times,
Yeah.
and then you're like, this is not it anymore, not this Chipmunk song.
Doesn't hit like it used to.
No.
Hey? I can see that.
Yeah.
I imagine how that recording studio was. Hey, guys, doesn't matter how you sing, because we're just gonna tone your voice to the highest pitch possible, so you sound like a chipmunk.
Yeah.
So just sing whatever.
But you know what I would love to do sometime? I would
that?
love to get like helium or just like a few helium balloons and like try and like have a competition with you where we say stuff and whoever laughs first loses.
Deal.
You know? And then
Yeah.
you just say
Put something
whatever.
on the line though. You have to slap the person with Curtis Anderson's movie Instruments of Evil.
Or a tortilla.
Oh, a tortilla slap sounds nice.
Yeah.
I just
Perfect.
catch it with my mouth and make sure there's some burritos in there. We had another funny instance, and this was the first time this has come back to bite me. At the birthday party out at Echo Bay, our good friends Bob and Marge were there, who we love so much. And me not thinking, whenever Margaret or Maggie is acting up, I'll say, Marge, hey, cool it over there. I'll let her know. Let's see, you can see, she knows.
She's like, what?
She's like, what did I do? What did I do? It's all good. You're good. But so Bob and Marge are there. So the first couple times, Maggie's, sniffing around and she sees a big bowl of chips. So she's getting close to it. And I'm like, hey, Marge, no, get away from there, Marge. And she's like, oh, okay. And about the third time I did it, everyone looked at me and then looked at Marge, the human being. And then I'm like, no, it's okay. I call her Marge when she's in trouble, when she's acting up. And then I realized
So
I just put
funny.
another foot in my mouth because now I'm making it like her name is a punishment right in front of an actual
An
Marge.
actual Marge?
Yeah. So that went on, and then I was like, I'm so sorry, and I said Maggie like once, but the rest of the night was still, Marge, get over here. Marge, get away from there. And so there's a lot of confusion.
That's
so puppy
so
names
funny.
with humans are tough to navigate.
Yeah.
Is what I learned.
That's so
I think that's
hilarious.
why animals. Oh, it's so funny when animals have human names. Hey,
I love it. Like if I see
a dog named Gary's the best.
or a dog named Charles, like
Yeah,
what is
that's
that?
pretty cool.
It's so cute.
Our old history teacher, Mr. Gray, over at Aidan Bowman, had a dog named Gary.
Really?
Yeah, so we'd always talk about his dog, Gary. And we bonded over that. And then I started bringing him a coffee crisp and a coffee before every class. And then he just let me leave. And I passed with like an 80.
Oh my
It's
God.
awesome. Bribing teachers,
So-
don't ever do it. Not good.
I told my mom that I wanted to name my first child Emma. I was like, I'm gonna name my first child Emma, and it kind of like fit with like our old grandma's name. I think her name was like Euphemia, and I just like was like to make it not
Whoa,
so
whoa,
crazy.
Whoa. Euphemia?
Euphemia was her name.
Where is Euphemia from?
I don't know. That was just on the gravestone. That's all. That's when.
But you don't know like where she grew up or lived?
No,
or
she's like my
anything?
great.
Yeah, so this would be
great
like,
grandma.
Oh, yeah.
But she's just like buried with the
Yeah, with the crew.
relatives I know. Yeah. And so then I was like, well spoken. Perfect. That's not me.
Look at this guy go.
Yeah.
You're
So
well spoken. Come on.
anyway,
Give
so
yourself some credit.
I told my mom I was gonna name my firstborn Emma, and if it was a girl.
Yeah.
And then 2 months later, she got a new dog and named it Emma. And now I have a stepkid named Emma, so there's a lot of confusion.
There's too many Emmas now.
I'm
They
like,
stole your name.
She stole my name,
This
and
is
then
like Costanza and Seinfeld with the
Yeah.
name Seven. Yeah.
and then I was like, well, now it's karma. Now you're confusing yelling at Emma when Emma's there because you stole my name, and
Too
I still
many
had
Emmas.
an Emma anyway. So anyway, but yeah, so
That's a lot.
That's a lot of. That's what reminded me of the people names for dogs.
I think that's why lots of dogs get named non-human names.
Yeah,
So that
like-
doesn't happen.
Well, is Ziggy a real name? No.
Ziggy is a real name.
Is it?
There's a guy
Oh,
on
yeah,
TV that has
yep.
yogurt. He's always like, I'm Ziggy, and my yogurt is better than others.
Yeah, I have Ziggy,
seen
and then
that guy.
I have Lincoln, which is a real name, but I call him Link, which is
Link,
also
see,
isn't
Hyrule.
that a name?
Shout out to Hyrule, yeah. That's the dude that saves Zelda every time. I love that Link. Also, just with links alone, it's very, like, I think of, like, sausage links, you know? Missing links.
Why?
You are the weakest link.
What-
Goodbye.
The cat, the Link, the Lynx? No, it's a Lynx. That's not a Link.
That's a lynx. Not to be confused with a bobcat,
Yeah.
if you really want to get into
No.
it.
Well,
Got a couple more minutes to go here on the Monday edition of your show, hanging out with our best pal, Brooksy, who you know from her amazing show, the Past Our Bedtime podcast, as well as all the social media stuff. And I want to put some love out there for all of our sponsors and advertisers here at the Dufferin Avenue Media Network, including our new one, PropertyGuys.com coming in. Aquaman Limited, I was hanging out with the owner, my brother-in-law, on the Saturday at the party as well. We had a
Yeah?
bunch of good talks. Said underwater drones are booming right now.
really?
Yeah, and
I
their
would
water
love to see
monitoring
that.
and water sampling is just so cool, man.
What do they use it for?
Well, to literally inspect inside the different lines. So if you have an issue and you don't know where it's at, they just send it down the line and it just
I
drones in.
get
And it's
it.
like, there you go. It's kind of like those cameras they put on the end of a snake that you put down the toilet, which are also very fun, by the way.
Mm-hmm. You know, I've been thinking the ocean is only 80% explored. Why wouldn't you make some kind of drone to go down there and look at it more? Like how they make drones to go into space. Like how do we know more? Oh,
Pressure will blow them up.
well, I
Leave it
feel
to-
like scientists could figure out the pressure. That's such a weak
Well,
excuse.
didn't they have, didn't like James Cameron?
Yeah, but we made it to the planets.
Didn't James Cameron, didn't James Cameron go down to like Mariana's Trench?
Mariana's Trench is
Oh.
a band, isn't it?
I should put that as an update on your status. Mariana's Trench is a band, dummies. It's the deepest, what's it, the deepest hole in the world, basically?
That's what.
All the way down. Don't you dare. Keep it to yourself.
Okay.
So I feel like there's something there.
Anyway.
Just want to get that out.
Okay, I won't say it. But look, Nickel Plumbing.
Another great one. Do you know what? Nickel Plumbing and Heating, dare I say, the greatest plumbing and heating business in the history of mankind. They've
Yep.
done so much incredible work from my grandpa to my dad to my brother. There's nothing they can't do, and they are here for you. Such an incredible team, and I can't say enough good things. My friend Kim, who helps out there, amazing. Everyone, they do
Hi,
such
Kim.
great jobs. So just want to put that out there.
Yeah, she's watching. Hey.
Oh yeah,
She's
we
telling
got-
me all the things that I
Yeah.
say, and I was like, "Whoa!" I forget sometimes that people are watching me and what I say.
We've reached an interesting point. We had that little non-meeting meeting here before the show, and we were talking about the amount of growth that we've gone through so far. And it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And now people are watching and people are interacting. So we are working on a way to incorporate that more as we move forward, because it seems like there is a demand for that. So we're going to have a big announcement on our 100th episode extravaganza, which will be next Wednesday, I believe, by the sounds of things.
Yeah. Oh, what do you
So
think
big
we should
announcement coming
do? Tell us what you think we should do. You could even go on social, because I'll see that, and tell us what we should do for our 100th celebration.
Or if Dragon's looking, we could get a little serve up.
Or you could email us by going to this pizza.
Look at that.
Yes.
It's bigger. Look at
know.
LB. You make it bigger? Yeah. That's awesome. Now my mom can see it too. And my dad. DufferinAve.com.
Yeah, and let us know what you'd like us to do for our 100th episode.
There it is.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's going to be big.
Wah, wah,
We're going to
wah,
have big
wah.
announcements. We're going to have a big sort of grandiose show. Maybe it might be the first show where we go longer than an hour.
It's so hard for
We could
me
extend a little bit.
to not say that's what she said for all of those comments.
Very mature of you, Brooksy.
But
Very
anyway,
mature.
that's Wednesday. If I'm not getting my eggs removed, I'll
Yeah.
make sure I'm here.
Make sure
But
we're
I might be in
hopefully-
surgery, so.
Well, we'll get you on the Zoom because you're a vital part of this
That'd
operation.
be
We'll
so
Zoom
funny.
you from
I'll
the
be on
egg room.
I'll be on Ativan, just like so messed
You
up.
guys, they got all my eggs. They got them. You never come
Place your bets. Which IVF egg is gonna make it?
back. That would be pretty fun.
1 to 21. You could guess.
What do you want to do for the 100th episode? Anything in mind?
My suggestion was Gary eats 100 hot dogs and I eat 100 carrots. And
One bite.
yeah, 1 per second. No, carrots are hard to
Dude.
chew though.
That's hard. I still want to chase that chicken nugget record in Guinness.
What is
I
it?
did the math on it. It's like a nugget and a half per second, and I feel like I could do it.
No, Gary.
As long as I got that delicious barbecue sauce, I could do it.
No.
Just like,
What are you opening your throat? I didn't know you could open your throat so
Oh.
wide.
bring in the nuggets. For nuggets, I'll do anything.
Do they dip it in water though, or is it just the sauce that makes it
Well, you got to
slide
dip
down
it in
there?
something. Yeah, you can't just raw dog it.
Right.
Don't be gross. Stop it.
Hey, that's like the worst thing. That's like the third time I've heard someone
Do
say
you know what
that
I'm
in the
learning?
last 3 days.
I'm learning that you have a bit of a immature mind.
Okay, yes, but what else does raw dog mean?
Well, an uncooked hot dog.
When you raw
obviously.
dog it,
Yeah. It means
It
you're not
means
cooking
you're-
your hot dog, you're just eating it.
you're raw dogging it. Dogging.
I don't
Raw
know what
dogging.
you're trying to say here.
Raw. Wait.
I'm not sure what you're
Wait,
trying
wait,
to get
wait,
across.
wait. I'm having a malfunction.
Okay. It's the
Raw
hormones.
dogging.
There it is.
Yeah, it's the baby brain. All
Big
21
brain.
of my babies.
You got it. See, you got to use this time, hey? You have the excuse now.
I know. Well, from now until
The process.
so basically I'm hoping to be pregnant in November. Woo.
Woo.
Maybe we'll have a little baby shower on the show.
I love that.
And then so from now until 9 months after, so it'll be like 10, 11 months of me being like this, I think. So
Perfect.
yeah, you're gonna
Nothing
get
but
a show.
incredible content. we can bet on so many things, not just like the egg, but we can also bet on the amount of tears
Yeah, or when my belly button
show,
will pop out.
or the popping of the belly button.
Yeah, that's a good one. My
Okay.
first stretch mark.
Hey, I got a lot of those.
Oh my god.
They're fun.
Really? Where?
Yeah.
On your back? Did you grow too
right
fast?
here. I was
Oh.
fat. I was 283 pounds.
I got it in between my legs, like a little tiger.
I'm okay down there.
I got
No.
I got real strong legs. So now they're like a tiger leg. That's how you know you're strong. When you grow so much muscle, now you are just a tiger. You don't like it?
I just like leaving you to talk to see how long you'll go.
I could have won for a really long
I
time.
know I was gonna, but then I thought, yeah, I
my
better not.
my friends used to play this game with me where they would just name any object or anything, just like a mailbox, and then I only had like 10 seconds to come up with a story.
About the mailbox?
Yeah, about the mailbox.
Uh-oh. Get that water.
Hold on.
Get that water, girl. Don't let that IBF beat you.
I'm actually so good at it. Maybe not right now because my brain's all like mush, but
How long does the story have to be?
just any story. I could be like, every year when I go to Assy Acres, me and my friends take the side by side to go get mail. Like that's a memory. It's
The
usually
mailbox.
a memory.
Okay.
So like if I said coffee cup to you,
I broke mine last week. It was so sad.
yeah, see, that's so easy.
That is good.
Or you can say like a fan.
Yes, I am a view.
No. Okay, that's
Pretty good.
silly.
Pretty good. I see what you're saying, and I like it.
Anyway, that was a game we used to play. But I could come up with like elaborate stories, and like I've had a crazy life. That's one thing. When bad things happen to you, it's good for when you're telling stories at a party. You know, that's the best part about it.
I'll even take that one step further. The growth. Like I've had so many, like self-inflicted things happen to me where you learn. Like there's such big, horrible mistakes or situations that you know you're never doing that again, and you change your course in life because of them.
Yeah.
That's what people are talking about when they say, I wouldn't change a thing because I wouldn't be the person I am today.
Yes, you
when
learn
look
from
back.
every mistake.
Yeah.
And then you have a cool story to tell.
That's
so
it.
that's
And hopefully you'll grow as a person.
keep making mistakes. And Network Ryan said today, like his goal is to be comfortable and being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I think that's
Powerful words.
is like a huge one. Like just like being able to be uncomfortable in situations is like how you learn and grow too. And usually if you're uncomfortable, it could be a story as well. So there's that as well.
This is your show. The only show that we know of so far, live on YouTube, Monday to Friday, 4 to 5 p.m. And the only show that we know of so far that can teach you life lessons about the importance of making mistakes and teach you about IBF at the same time.
Yeah, all at once. And Rider football.
And
All in the
update you on the riders.
All in the same show.
When I first dreamed up this concept, that's exactly where I wanted to be. I wanted to put a show on, just like the show we used to do on the old job, a show that could be about anything. Mm-hmm. I refuse to put us in a box here, so it's so cool to know. By the way, Bamford & Co. podcast, loving it. Another one coming up this Wednesday. We'll be talking with them tomorrow. They are killing it already with the podcast. They've never did it before. They walk in and say, this is unbelievable. I can't believe how awesome it is.
Oh, wow.
It's very
I
cool.
actually need to get on that one and watch it. So
If you need to learn anything about realty and others, like it's a great show.
they
I'm a very
probably,
big fan.
I don't know, they look smart. So I'm guessing I'll learn a lot.
They look smart. They are smart, and you will learn a lot. Dragon, shall we play our way out of here with a little bit of Frankie's fingers?
Dun, dun, dun,
Wait
dun.
for him. I know he's talking.
Wah, wah, wah.
You might have to tune him in, hey?
Are you guys debating in there?
LB is going to have to tune him in. Tell him about the importance of paying attention to the show.
Yeah, that's something we can learn together.
We could all be better if we paid attention to where we were in the hour. Play us out. There it
You
is.
got to be present in the moment.
Which we are.
Yeah.
Oh, I just talked about how awesome a show this was. I'm so happy and grateful that we have put on another great one.
Yeah, you know, I think I'm playing the piano.
You are. You're doing good. You're a little too fast. You gotta slow it down. Still too fast.
It reminds
That's
me of the
okay.
handoff of
Oh, we had one when Noel was here. He did
Really?
one from underneath. Yeah, he put it up and he was playing like Cousin It. No, the Thing.
The Thing, yeah.
Thing from Adam's Family.
yeah.
That's the one.
Da-da-da-dun. Anyway.
Adam's Family. To LB, our rider insider, the face that built the place, and my Mr. Everything, my beautiful prince, thank you for getting us updated on the Riders. Next game this Thursday against the Argos. To La Dragon, we got him on the ones and twos today. And he also was talking about a lot of fun slang that he likes to use. And then he says, oh, I can't defend myself, it's slander, so we put him on the mic, so it's okay now. So we're happy we fixed that. I love you, LB, also from the viewing room. Network Ryan in the house as we continue to prep for the big 100th episode next Wednesday. Huge announcement coming involving you and us. So that will be very cool. I cannot wait to share that with you as we grow even more moving forward. To Brixie, thank you. You did a great job like you always do.
Thank you.
You get a little sweaty? I feel like I got a little sweaty in here today.
I've been really sweaty. You know, I'm carrying around all these babies. I just.
A lot of work. Those swollen ovaries. I can only
Yeah.
imagine what you're going
No,
through. But
yeah,
again,
it's
good
hot.
practice for when you get into it.
Yeah, when I'm actually like 100 pounds.
This will be good.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I
thank-
am actually 100 pounds, but you know what I mean. I'm actually more than 100 pounds, but let's move on.
Thank you to you for tuning in whenever we do these little things that we do. We appreciate all the support and all the love, and just thank you a million times. And to all of our friends, like especially over the weekend, all the people I talked to, we're looking very forward to doing more stuff with you moving forward as we grow this amazing thing. We're going to get back to meetings, I guess. Monday meetings.
Yes.
They're actually pretty fun here, though.
And I would love to play more video games.
That might happen, too.
Yay.
Karma's very real. Remember that, all right? We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.